love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just double up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just double up. Don't be scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching Bitcoin lose its support and start going in the other directions. The bears have the ball at the moment. But not before the bulls took a little bit of profit as Bitcoin broke that trend line and headed to the downside. Frank, what's your take on this? Well, Bob, it does look like the bulls do have a strategy at play here, maybe trying to make a comeback. We're watching this on the 6 minute, which is just a little bit slower for my take, but I tell you what, Bob, if we come down to the 1 minute, where it's just a little bit more excitement over here, I think we can hear the fans getting a little ruffled up, a little excited, trying to cheer on the team there. Oh, we got a little... Was that a timeout? Was that a foul? What did we do? Nope. The Bears have taken control again and starting to come down. We are losing the 100 moving average here on the 1 minute. You know, some people say that you can tell exactly what Bitcoin's going to do just by watching the 1 minute chart and that 200 moving average. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Bob? Frank, I think that's some just a total bullshit, Frank. And I appreciate if you don't even talk about things like that. Well, you didn't quite have to be so graphic about that, Bob, but yeah, I do kind of have a tendency to agree on that. That it's really the larger time frames that kind of govern everything that's happening here. But, you know, since we're here on the 1 minute and playing around and, you know, the wives are out doing their little thing, the little shopping thing, and leaving us here with a Bitcoin, what might you think might be happening? Frank, that's the reason that we freaking hire you, is to get your freaking opinion. And you're going to ask me what I think. Frank, step up your game, baby. She's going down, obviously, Frank. If you can't see that, she's going down. It's going down. Somebody's just a little tippy today. Uh-oh, we got the drums out. Whoa! Are we turning on the charm here? We're trying to get something going, but looks like the Bears are going to be taking the winnings here tonight as we come to the downside. No breakout in sight just yet, unless you want to try to make another little trend line here. See what you can follow along. I mean, that's fair game. Now we're kind of in a downward channel here, but a little bit of green there, a little hopeful. When we look at the moving averages here, it does look like the Bulls are trying to make things go a little up and to the right. Maybe we'll find a little support here at this area, about 70,135. But I think today is just a day to be grateful that, hey, we are at 70,135. Maybe we should get someone else's opinion. What do you think about that, Bob? Frank, I thought you'd never freaking shut up. Let's go ahead.
For those of you out there that hit my flag, I'm sure so thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to, I guess this is not late night, is it? This is a little live training, a little surprise stream going on here. Also gives me a time to test out my little microphone issues that I've been having a little lately on my settings here. On the 1 minute time frame, oh my God. Why? No needs to be unless I'm trying to nail something. I'm looking here on 6 minutes, basically where I just kind of set these little things up. But, you know, I've been in this little guy for a little while. Last night on our live stream, we were looking at this guy. Looks suspect as hell. We already lost a trend line, and that was a profit-taking moment. And wait to see what happens, right? The only thing that I knew for sure about Bitcoin is that when I woke up, or that when I would get up in the morning, there was a high probability that there would be some YouTuber doing some kind of crazy move calling through the upside on a bull flag. So we just went ahead and called that. We called a YouTuber instead of calling prize last night for what they would do, and that's what was expected from some people. But when you zoom out, baby, you at the top of a trend line here, you at a point of resistance, and that talk just crazy right now. I just saying, it's a good time to get a little reversal, especially if you break back into a trend line, which is what seems to have happened here. Late last night, about midnight, we got our first taste of downside and just had some ever since. But here we are on the 4 hour, and if we're just kind of get a gist of what's going on my messy chart, I've just been tracking this little guy for the longest, and we'll get right into our trades. But let's get acquainted with what's going on right now, so that we can have a roadmap for where we're going. Because I will be trading the smaller time frames, but I'm going to use this 4 hour to be my roadmap. This 4 hour time frame tells me that, hey man, I might come all the way back down to 68.6. Let me just put it right underneath that candle so I can get really, really down and dirty in case she decides to pull her pants down and dump all over me right here at this 21 moving average. Could happen about 68.5. Yeah, could. And we also might, that's just a might as in maybe. What if you are making a bull flag? Could be. My strategy is pretty simple, man. I got a main trend line. This is my swing. I'm swing trading. I'm trying to get in as close to this trend line as I can. I'm trying to get out of it as far away from it as we can. Now, an easy way to look at this is that we can take this little trend line and put it up here, and now we identify a channel. Oh no, what you just make a mess over here. Just paying attention and keeping that angle like the lady right there on top of that candle body. We got a little extra line here. See what we can do with this little guy. Trying to clean up some charts here on the 4 hour so we can get a good thesis. And it's basically bouncing off the bottoms and adding to a position when we break out the tops of this trend line. So now I can go down to any time frame I want to, 10 second, 1 second, whatever. I've got my planned out here. May there be some tweaking? There might be. My twin lines don't really line up as much while we here. I might pay attention to that. That gives me a little extra room for confirmation that I've got get past now. Right now, at 6 minutes, I'm looking for us to come up and test this 200 moving average area. Maybe retest this 7,800 area. That would be nice and juicy. Overall, my line in the sand that's protecting my trades right now is this line, and stops would be below this. And a safe place for me would be right here, about 69,941. Let's go over to CoinEx after we give a shout out to everybody that's hanging out with me today. I saw Mr. Miles here earlier. Shout out to Mr. Miles and Crypto 420. This is what a live feed directly into Road Dog's head would sound like. Bitcoin only going down because people are moving profits into alts. Take a look at the indices here. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. So we got a big, nice drop in Bitcoin dominance, and that's usually kind of a nice sign for altcoins, especially if Bitcoin can just kind of hang sideways. Because if ETH drops and Bitcoin drops, well, that's not. Where's that to look at that? Are you going against me in that? Come on now. So we've got a break of a trend line here for Bitcoin dominance. I mean, it's dipped down here before. If we were to add that into our equation there, we can see that, you know, in some kind of a new trend line-ish. We still got to get a little bit below that. We'll just go ahead and put it back the way we had it, because that gives us an idea where Bitcoin dominance might actually be able to break down to, which kind of suggests down back toward this area, 52%. I'm for it. That will help out our altcoins in most situations there. Over here on Total 3, we got a nice little bump, and I am expecting up to $740 billion being altcoins, so nice. Let's pull up the CoinEx leverage. It says I'm down $239. I'm starting to wonder how this little guy does this stuff. Where's my trades? I'm just trying to find my trades. But this account was like 3,800, and we've got it up to almost 5,100 right now. It tells me that in my Bitcoin to dollar trade that I'm up $80 right now. Now, but I've just recently took profit where we crossed our trend line, and also took a little profit here. So de-risking and taking profits if we're going to continue down to manage my position. And I'm actually just trying to, I guess we have to go to actual futures, right? Trading. Will this tell me? Yeah, position history. Here we go. So here's our trades. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 10 wins right there. It's not really, I haven't really closed it out though. So can you call that? Well, at least today, last few days. Or has it? Are you keeping that up with that? 4 and 519. Okay. Maybe it's not taking it in consideration until I do close it. Looks like this goes all the way back to April 21st. So for the last month, 10 trades, 1 loss, and I lost $3 on that trade. But that's just for this one position though. That's for the US. Is this the tether? I've got two orders, so let me click this little guy. And we'll go to that position history, and a little bit of a different story here. This is the BTC pair, and this goes back to May 6th, so the last 2 weeks basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I knew it was 10. Why didn't you guys 5 out of 5, 50%? My losses were decently small. Yeah, a lot smaller than what my wins were. My wins were 0.001, 0.006, 0.003. My losses like 0.00011, 0.0000956. So we got it pretty good. This one kind of got me 0.00021. 11% down, but hey, overall making more than we lost, so making this account go up. And right now I'm just watching the trade. And looking for a time to add to it. My current positions over here. So currently I've got 835 contracts as I've taken some profit, and I just want to get that up somewhere. You know, I might try to get it up to 2,000 if I can without ruining too much my average entry, which is kind of shot right now. It's at 69,775. and 69,000 for the Bitcoin to dollar trade. So I've got to play a little carefully. I've lost my little cushion. But as long as we don't break this trend line, darling, we're fine. Also have to, oops, not one. Where'd you go? Also have to check up on CoinEx trades I've got going over there. Much smaller account. I think the account's only got like $25 in it. And yeah, I'm making myself win that stuff back. So profit and loss today, 7-day profit and loss, $1,282. Not bad, but it was more than that yesterday. We just had a little bit of a come down today. But overall, that's what we're doing over on our trading on CoinEx right there. Just a little update. Now we just gotta be patient and wait for this little guy to do what he's gonna do. And that's the boring part of trading. Actually, when I was going live, I'm planning on going live, we were still in this trend line here, right? Yeah, hoping that we'd come up to the 200 moving average. Didn't do it, but I was hoping at least, you know, to get on here. I wanted to give an example of when to take profit on one of these, what I normally do, but just have to take it. Those trades should be here though, right? There's a way to show that, right? Where are you? No. Is it order history? Okay, here we go. So I sold 263 contracts at 7,185, and I was a little late catching that. I think I was doing something else on the computer and noticed that she broke the trend line, so I just had to get the outs there. But otherwise, you know, you see some buys here at certain prices where I just kind of nibble and add in on certain lows, and that's just kind of my strategy. Let's go over to the chat, see what you guys are doing over here, man. Buy hustles, man. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. There's one hit to quit. How's it going? My man, how's it going? Mr. Miles, my home is clean. Cat's been doing well. Enjoying pastrami sandwich. It's a good day. Cali Trader, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Let's check out Caspa since we're waiting for Bitcoin just to kind of figure out what it's doing. Let me check this little 1 minute thing. See if there's anything going on here. Okay, so we're above the channel here. I'm waiting for the breakout here because that's our trend lines that we had there, basically. I would probably even tighten them up on those candle bodies. That's just how I do it, but it kind of lined up with a wick there. Could look at that if you wanted, but basically I got to get above this before I add any to my position. Or come down here and touch this line. I like that line to add to my position. We may or may not make it there. Losing this trend line, I would probably look for it. And we can pull out some fibs and get some ideas if we got a chance to get there or not. And that's a great place to bounce. I would love to keep a bounce from that. I'll settle for that wick if you can get a breakout. If not, it looks like she might double test this, and that might be close enough to this trend line. But hell, we're on the 1 minute. I don't need it that way. Let's take a look at, let me get to a nicer time frame here. Let's go to a 4 hour and take a look at Casper.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice. It is confirmed, Mr. Miles. Looks like our head and shoulders is confirmed here. Or inverted head and shoulders.
Life is walking through the mud, I'm battle tested. Can't complain, I can't debate on who the best is. Over time, don't really care about.
Got a confirmation above a neckline. That's pretty important right there. So this is our little measure move. See where we could possibly get on this little guy up here at what are okay 16.5 cents. Been looking at that 13 cent area. Yeah, that's important. Biggest thing I've got to see for Caspa is, you know, we need to break back up into this channel that we broke out of. Inverted head and shoulders. It's usually a good sign that she's kind of cool with that idea and wants to try it. And so that's where our 14-cent area is coming in, and I've been looking at 13.6. But honestly, the bigger move to be aware of is by my strategy. If we break back up in here, whether we get a retest or not, we should. Oh, wow, man. And it'll clear this high too when it gets in there. This usually results in a very strong move that often goes up and revisits the top of the pattern, or the top of the channel in this case. And that could be that, where are we at? 20, or is that finally the 22-cent target? And that kind of depends on how you're viewing this channel too, though, because it may be up here. So we're starting to target around 23 to 25 cents if we can get a move like that. And if it does this, if it gets in there, I'd expect something that looks like this or something like this. That would be awesome. I like that idea. I hope you do that, Casper. Through it. Give into it. You know you want to. Don't resist. Just say yes. So several ways to look at this little guy, but basically, yeah, that's nice. Looking at that channel idea itself, you got to measure move. I always like to go back to the past, see where we come from, because it seems like as soon as we break a pattern, everybody forgets about where it came from and the measure move, and start looking for something that's telling us we're going to do something different. And boom, that's where a 16.5-cent measure move comes in. A little confidence for that. Let's go, Casper. Make my bags pop. Pop them. Pop in my bags. We got Casper in a spot margin position. And looks like I've got 81,000 of those little suckers over there. And my risk reward ratio is at 200%, man, and I'm cool, baby. I'm safe. I can take a 50% drop and still be probably okay. So I got that going for me. And I like that, so that's why I'm not going crazy and just adding all in and jumping and buying green candles. I got these things set where I need them and set where I can comfortably manage them here. If in case we do get a big drop in altcoins, maybe I'm good. I ain't going to worry about it. I'm not going to freak out because I'm on a good spot this time. Last time, you know, I had to come over here and manage this little guy. He's managed now, and we're just waiting for the number to go up here. P&L analysis for this 7 days up $22,000. Is that bad? It's a better strategy than trying to scalp in 1 minute. I'm just telling you that. You can do better if you take the longer trades, swing trades, spot margin positions. They can make you some money. And technically, we're not even where the ball's going to start rolling yet. We're just managing it. Let's see, the other place I got to check over here is at BitUnix, and this is where the account that is just a $100 account, man. That's all it was, dude. $100 account, took it up to, I think, somewhere around 1,600. I know at least 1,300. It's down to 732. I put pretty much $500 over in spot, $500 in margin, and if you can see, I've only got $65 over here, and I think it's from me even borrowing a little bit from over here. I got spanked bad during that big drop, what, a month ago? Yeah. I was stupid is as stupid does, and I was being stupid, and I got what I deserve. I got $65 left. I had just like 20. So we're building that up, and so that we can take this and turn it into multiples of that money again. Oh, 666, that's the devil. Oh no. Even over here in spot, I got, you know, I got 180 of the $600 in Bitcoin, because that's how I roll, baby. That's how I roll. So futures over here, we got an open trade on Bitcoin and also Rune and ICP, which are, well, all but Rune. They've been struggling. I reduced a little profit over here. Let's see what I did. Is it going to say? So I think I took is that today? Yeah, that should be the day. So I ended up taking like that $3 profit, 29 when we're 29% there, and a little early. So I nibble a little bit out, and then I nibble a little bit in when we hit lows, and I kind of keep these trades open and I milk them until we break, you know, a line in the sand where I just got to, well, I guess I got to get out now, or you stopped out like a line under this trend line. You know? Really, it'd be more like a line under this trend line because I'm still doing something over here. That's got my trades up to date on everything that I'm working on. What you guys want to talk about for the next few minutes? I'll be doing a live stream tonight, hopefully about 10:30. And I'm doing 2 minutes for every like I got on last night's video, so it's going to be a short stream tonight. So I figured I'd do a little bit extra here. Down in SoCal. Cats will be 50 cents before the end of the year. Man, I would love that. And Binance will list Caspa within the next 3 months. Mark my words. Why did a face appear on your shirt? I don't know. I thought it was another face. Sometimes when I wear a t-shirt, like I got one that's got Dolly Parton on it, right? And when I wear it, we got the same face. It's hilarious. So is there a... I don't think you can make it a face. I got a mermaid. It's a mermaid. So the market today, man. Pepe's doing good up at... Wow, dude. Kind of makes me wish I'd kept that that little paper Pepe trade over, but open that I had over here, but it did good enough. Is it Bitcoin? I think I mostly got Bitcoin trades over here. And a V-Chain trade is up 2,000. This is all paper trading over on TradingView. You can do paper trading over there if you didn't know. In case you don't want to use your money, if you're brand new to this and want to try it out without actually risking your money, TradingView has this option, which you can basically trade from the thing and paper trading. It's a good little practice thing, and also let you use it here as a teaching thing, but honestly, it does so good because I don't mess with it. Getting into these prices. So this is like a hodler portfolio, I guess you would say. It was a green screen type of effect, says Mr. Miles. I don't know. I'll have to find a shirt that's got a face on it. I wanted to bring the cat down here and see if I can get my face on the cat. 616 is the actual number of the biggest, not 616, or so one scholar says. You can check it out if you're interested. Dude, man, I watched this dude last night that I'd never heard of some of the stuff that he came out with. It was interesting, and then I thought, well, okay, I'll check out his channel. Because the first impression I got of him, there's something, you know, I got an impression, oh, he's going to be a weirdo in golf and something kind of crazy. And he did on this interview, talking about some wild stuff about the mystery cults and Greek language and the plant names, part of the history of medicine and stuff in the Bible of classical periods. And then he went, because they used Greek, and then they took it to the Bible and interpreting pieces of the Bible, and it just gave a story of Jesus I've never heard before. That was it was weird, but anyway, he had some very fascinating things to put together that really caught my. I was going to dismiss him, but the more I watched him, I'm like, oh man, he's real. He's being sincere and real. Then I went to his YouTube channel and I was like, "Hail Satan!" I'm like, "Oh man, I knew I saw that in you." Weird. I'm not religious. I was born in a heavily religious families, and I've looked for God my entire life without success. Well, I do believe in God, and I've seen God move in my life. I have, but doesn't help me figure out what God is, how God works, and my view on God is, you know, I think God's even bigger than the Bible. Might freak people out, but I just, you know, he is. It is, whatever. I don't know, but it's an important part of my life. But God's just not. I don't think we have. I don't think we have the capacity to understand God. I don't. I don't think we have the RAM and the processing power to even have a good a good idea for what God really is. But I love studying religion. Your personality type would, Mr. Miles. That would. I was engaged to an INTJ. She was a college professor, actually. Cool dynamics. We just clicked on in ways I've never, hadn't really clicked with other people. It was real interesting because we use the same cognitive stack and everything, and the introverted intuition. Ooh, that's a doozy. And you know what? I didn't know about Miles. I didn't really know much about Myers-Briggs back then. She knew about it, and that's what got me interested in it. But looking back now from what I learned, I'm like, wow, man. There's some things I didn't pick up on her. I didn't know she was that intuitive. She was more of a, the thinky type and really into her feelings, or when she processed things. But that threw me for a loop. It took me a while to understand that. I just need to get a Telegram group so I can pick your brain on non-crypto topics. Oh, good. I can see why you click with 9TJ. You got a personality click. Yeah. I hear ENFPs are pretty cool too. Or ENFJs, I hear might be kind of, sort of. I don't know. I'm kind of pegging another YouTuber as an ENFJ. And after I realized that, then I was kind of like, well, it's kind of crappy for me to be hard on him because that's just part of his wiring. To kind of come across certain ways. That's just how it's going to come across. But not necessarily the intentions that I would interpret or project onto it. So, interesting. Well, Bitcoin is being good old Bitcoin, and this is why it sucks trying to do a live trade stream on Bitcoin. Come on, Casper. What are you doing? Oh, respect that trend line, girl. Respect it. Respect it. I lost my... Was it here? Right. You broke my... Oh, man. That's a buy for me right there. A nibble. We broke my trend line to the upside, so yeah. And I'm on what, the 3 minute... Oh, whoa, what are you doing in this 1 minute? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't you come back here. Don't you come back in here. I'm not trading the 1 minute, I'm trading the 6 minute, and if I sit here and act scared, realizing that it's actually touching the... see, I missed it. Talking. Oh well, that's all right. I still get in there. I'll start getting in there to get my nibble on. Get my nibble on. I don't bite, I just nibble. Well, I tell them anyway. Come on now. Can we get this order in before price takes off without us? I got it at what, 70282? Oh man, that's way up here. Well, I mean, I'm on a different chart than what I'm actually using on the exchange. And let me do this other guy here. Just a little bitty nibble, add to my position. Because we broke this green trend line right here. And that's my game. Now, we follow this guy. That should have been red. And I'll get back on my 6 minute time frame where I track all this. Yay, a new trend line. So I'm going to park him there at the bottom. Pull this little guy up there, touches corner, touches a corner. That works for me above the non-moving average. I'm back on getting ready to try this 200 moving average over there. Ichimoku cloud starting to get a little thick, so we may lose it over here, and that may be the last little bit we get up for a minute, which is fine. So there's nothing wrong with that. Before we get too crazy off, though, I probably need to add just a tiny bit, I mean a tiny bit, to my position there. 23x leverage position over here. What I got? Well, how much is it? Oh, $15 now. And stop loss, man, I'm gonna put that tight. But I gotta do it. If I get stopped out, at least I get a little something. Normally I put it under the... Did I get it under the trend line? No, I didn't. I got a really tight one. Darn it. All right, well, I don't want to get... I put it under the trend line, do it like I was supposed to. Underneath the candle and the trend line, which would be about right. And let's just go right there. All right, that's me being safe and responsible. Which mouse says, check out cash on MexC. Look at that filthy scam wig. It's only on MexC. Is it futures or... No, I'd say it'd probably be futures. What time frame? Oh, well, let's see. Let me switch candles. Does that make a difference? It shouldn't. I wouldn't think that it would. Not seeing it yet, but I'm seeing a possible breakout. It wants to take Caspa up, though. Look at that. Look at that. And that's on the regular Christmas tree candles. Yeah, I haven't even got that clearance here on my regular candles. Or, I mean, unless I do it like, but still not. That's why I refuse to use MexC anymore. Man, I gotta tell you, MexC futures over there, I've never really cleaned up over there. I've done better on other platforms with their futures, and I'm starting to think there's something to that, because I shouldn't always be constantly just never getting anywhere over there. But I never do, but I do on other places. It's weird. So yeah, I think there might be something funky. Haven't figured out what it is, but don't know. Blah Hustle says, I was raised religious, but as soon as I became an LLC and studied business and trust and all that, I had to walk away from religions as we know it. But no offense to anyone that's in that. I'm agnostic. No offense taken. Everybody's here to do everybody. Or everybody's here to do them. I can't get my thoughts out. This is not futures. Okay, let's check that Caspa. Well, that was, let's see, spot crypto. Oh wow, there you go. On spot. Oh, that's dirty. Who's got all the Caspa? Or who had all the Caspa? Do you think they got it back? I probably did. Wow, that's... And it's only on MexC though, right? Ooh. Wow, that's just wrong. Man, oh man. Welcome to crypto. Blah says, yeah, MexC kind of sucks. I've used them for the longest time, but I just noticed that I can't get anywhere on their futures, no matter how, you know. It's always give and take, and it's just. But I don't have. I mean, I'm not. I get messed up more on MexC than I do any other exchange. Been using Femex and Coinbase futures. I haven't tried the new Coinbase thing. I used to use it when it was pro. At one time it was cool because you could take your... The benefit you had in using pro is you didn't get charged for withdrawal fees like ETH, Ethereum and all that. It was free. It didn't deduct it from you. Yeah, that changed. But for a while you could do that. So I'd move coins over there, move it over to Coinbase, and then move it over to pro, and then take it out to a wallet without fees. I think MexC is pulling the FTX type stuff. Wow, they may be. I've been over on CoinEx a lot lately, and and big Unix, but CoinEx has got a lot of the same coins that MexC does. But I always got to be looking for, you know, exchanges, because you never know when you might have to move off one, and it's a hassle when it happens. But it seems like it happens to me every cycle, at least once, maybe twice. But maybe they won't be as, I don't know, hoping they'll say that maybe they won't be as picky with their laws this time and mess us all up. But got to see it to believe it. Could get rejection right up here at, oh, we already talked about 13.5 cents on that. Well, guys, it is 8:40. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and then I'll be back about 10:30. Spending most of the time just on altcoins, going through requests and any other listener. If you guys want to hang out with me, hope you do it. Says the spot is okay, but MexC futures, it seems like you start off in the red a lot in either direction. That's true. I agree. Miles says, I love CoinEx, but, well, you know, and I don't. I feel like you know something or about another situation with this that I don't know about. But CoinEx is your all-time. Oh, that's cool to know. I'm liking more. I like the spot margin won me over. I was like, you got that? I'm coming over, dude. We'll find a way to make this work, because I got my strategy was really good over there. And I'm told that big Unix is supposed to do it at some point, but I haven't seen it quite yet. I get my trend lines here from Bitcoin. Get my trade setups. This is my ultimate line in the sand here. So, or normally would be. I think I have to see what my entry is now, because it's kind of got shot. Is this 69? Okay, yeah. I'm still under this one now. I'm not on the right chart. It's this guy, right? Oh, hell. I'm not on the right time frame. This guy, here we go. Here's my trade. Okay, yeah. You fell through? You suck. So I didn't take profit. I would normally, if I was live watching this, I would be taking profit. I don't like to be just eyeballing this all the time, and you know. And if I'm streaming, you know, I'm not going to catch these little moves. So I try to mainly focus on the main trend lines there. I just use these other trends that we get as just profit taking parts. And nibbling in or out, but my main trade is along this trend line, and when that's broken, well, I need to mostly be totally out of this trade, or if I've got a good entry like down here that can help me out, I might leave a little in there in case we get a bounce or something. But mostly this is the line in the sand right here. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll be back about 10:30. We'll start going over altcoins, and I'll go get ready for that. Have I ever used BTC Exchange? You can even trade. No, but they've reached out to me asking me some stuff, and sometimes they do that. I just don't have time to do some of the things that they like you to do. But yeah, I've heard some good things. I don't know if you can actually keep the coins. Is that true? I don't know. I think I heard something like that, but who knows? All right, guys, I'll see you here at 10:30. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless you. I'll see you then. As soon as I can find the right button to... What happened to you? Oh my gosh. I can't even get this going. It's crazy.
Come on.
There it is.
Come on.
You're such a boomer.
You freaky dog.
Good night, everybody. See you in a little bit.
Every word that comes out is a lie. Make you look like you're so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
You was fine, never mind. Unpredictable.
See y'all later.